Arab Spring, LA riots, Rodney King, deep fakes, earthquakes, Iceland volcano, Oklahoma City bomb, Kurt Cobain, Pokemon, Tiger Woods, MySpace, Monsanto, GMO. Harry Potter, Twilight, Michael Jackson dies, nuclear accident, Fukushima, Japan, Crimean Peninsula, Cambridge, Analytica, Kim Jong-un, Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world was turning. We didn't start the fire, no we didn't light it, but we're trying to fight it. War in Afghanistan, cops go all the way again. Obama, Spielberg, explosion, Lebanon. Unabomber, Bobby John, bombing Boston Marathon, balloon boy, war on terror, QAnon. Trump gets impeached twice, polar bears got no ice, fire fest, black parade, Michael Phelps, Y2K, Boris Johnson, Brexit, Kanye West and Taylor Swift, Stranger Things, Tiger King, ever given Suez. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world was turning. We didn't start the fire, no we didn't light it, but we're trying to fight it. Sandy Hook, Columbine, Sandra Blanchard, Tammy Rice, ISIS, LeBron James, Shinzo Abe, blown away. Meghan Markle, George Floyd, Merch Relief, a Metro, Fermi, Paradox, Venus and Serena. Michael Jordan, 23, YouTube killed MTV, SpongeBob, Golden State Killer got caught. Michael Jordan, 45, Woodstock, 99, Keaton, Bennett, Busby Gore, I can't take it anymore. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world was turning. We didn't start the fire, no we didn't light it, but we're trying to fight it. Elon Musk, Kaepernick, Texas scale, electric grid, Jeff Bezos, climate change, white rhino goes extinct, Great Pacific garbage patch, Tom DeLonge and aliens, Mars Rover, Avatar, self-driving electric cars, SSRI, Prince and the Queen died, World Trade City play, what else do I have to say? We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world was turning. We didn't start the fire, it was still going on. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world was turning.
Breaking news out of Placer County. 16-year-old Kylie Rodney.
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 Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodney.
What up, y'all? Look, I gotta find my comments. There they are. Thank y'all for being here. I ain't doing anything special other than just opening the panel up. Y'all want to chit chat about stuff? I am going through all of my screen recorded files, whether it's audio files, video files. There's a couple of things that I need to document so that I personally can close these tabs. Because look, I got too many tabs open in life right now. For real. I got two browsers open with like 12 tabs each. This one has way more up here that has, it's nonsense. There are a couple videos that I also want to watch because I feel that this information should be out there. I personally watched the first one on the iPhone 11, which really put in perspective for me, you know, the whole phone in the water and why we didn't find it and all them things. So, and then they updated this year recently. Who sent it to me? I should know this. Stacia sent it to me. Stacia sent it to me. The iPhone 12, which still has the same IP86 rating. But yeah, it's insane. They take it to the Lake Tahoe and take it to the bottom of Lake Tahoe, and that shit it's I gotta watch that. I got a little bit through it and I was like, nah, I'm gonna watch it with y'all. And then I found out that there's a ski movie that was in the making around the time that Kylie Rodney went missing, and it will be out as a movie here real soon. And I found a trailer for it, and we're gonna watch that as well. But first, how is everybody doing tonight? Thank you for being here. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link for anybody that wants to come up here and just open panel discuss it. You know how I do here on Fridays and Saturdays. I normally don't go live on Saturdays, but I figure while look, y'all, I should put a disclaimer up right now. I don't know what we're getting tonight, because I can tell you right now, some of the audios that I have, I know I've saved because other people sent them to me or because people told me to document it. I have come to the point in my life that I have so much data on all my devices. I'm doing so many things all the time that if I can't look at it and say, is this going to tell the truth? Is this going to tell a story? Is this going to bring justice to a child? Is this going to do anything positive? No. Okay, let's delete it. And that's what I've been doing. So if something plays and I'm like, and I cut it off, that don't need to be there. It's dumb shit, drama shit. We're going to hit the delete on it tonight. And I'm just curious how many files I can delete that have nothing to do with nothing but dumbness. How about that, y'all? If anybody wants to come up here, yeah, some of these, look, I recorded some little audio snippets of people saying funny shit that I'm going to keep it. When I heard this little boy saying he was so like hyped up that he could throw a jar of mayonnaise, I look, it's just random shit that I keep. But I also recorded, like, instead of watching the video over and over and over and over again, there were certain people that came in early on in the Kylie Rodney case that went up on panels and had chit chats. We had some locals, and it's just stuff that I've documented that I need to go through it. I need to see if it's something that I need, if it's something that needs named out, whatever. I have so much happening, and I need to make some space for data. And what kind of puppy is it, Drift? Hi, Sandra. How you doing, honey? No, you're not that late. You're really not. I just literally started. I know, Ninja, like, and I really don't know what YouTube's problem is lately, but like Ninja and I were talking, I am not getting any not any notifications for any Kylie Rodney content that's being put out. Like, I'm not getting notifications that y'all are live, that you've dropped a video, like none of them things. The only people that I ever get notifications for is Justice A to Z. And from time to time, it'll let me know if Illuminated Mind has dropped a video. Like, I don't even get notifications for Cece. It's weird as hell, and I see what's going on. There's nothing I can do about it. I hope that YouTube corrects it, but I feel like a ghost of sorts is happening. And it's odd. It's odd that it's happening. But we're going to keep talking about Kylie. We're going to keep going through stuff. I like re-listening to things. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a whole new Kylie folder. Well, not a whole new one, but open Kylie's folder. Nope, that's the wrong thing. And that's all I'm pretty much going to do is check in with y'all. How you doing, Lala? Check in with y'all if anybody wants to hop up on panel. Like I said, I've dropped. That's what's up. Jazz is up here. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing great. How about yourself, girl?
Look, I I'm so proud of myself today, and I even took a 4-hour nap. I was so productive. Look, I woke up, I kept hearing my phone going off. And like, you know how like when you wake up and you got a good sleep, like the simplest noises will wake you up and you'll be like, yeah, I feel rested.
Yeah.
That's how I felt this morning. And then I woke up and I finished doing all of my boards. Like I recut boards, I resanded them, re-put their center marks on them. And then I also made one so that I could do t-shirt sleeves, right? So that I could print across t-shirt sleeves. I don't know if you know what I'm building behind me or not. Oops,
I
sorry.
know a little bit. Yeah, it's really cool looking.
So normally most normal people, when they first start out screen printing, learning it, they're like, oh, we'll just get one planchet, set it up, and do like a single color design. Not me. Look, I like go big or go home. And I knew eventually within the next 6 months, if not sooner, that I would need at least 4. So I took an old one of my work tables and I fixed the metal frame, and then I put a tabletop on it. And then on top of that thick laminate tabletop, I built a 6-unit print press. They're all back.
Would you make me one that says I'm a squirrel plant?
See, we're ready to go, dude. Here's my boards. Like, check this shit out, dude. It was hard getting this stuff perfectly center to where everything, like, you can't even have your print press machine off by even a centimeter, or it will make you offset all your prints. So thank fuck my daddy taught me a little bit about carpentry and shit and engineering things, because I'm pretty self-sufficient. I saved myself like $2,500, pretty much.
Pretty cool.
And then I started like listening to Kylie stuff, and while I was doing that, I started doing some clothing designs, and I would also like people's opinions on what they want on their shirts. Like, I'm gonna make one that says "Can't Stop, Won't Stop" on it in a graffiti style, maybe with some squirrels on it. I don't know yet. I want to do Justice for Kylie shirts, but I want those to be very simple, very, very simple. And then I'm also going to make a shirt. I think I've decided on the first, like, because you know how I like my punnies. I'm going to make a shirt that says, only you can prevent dumpster fires. And I'm going to make a squirrel with a ranger hat. Like Smokey, but squirrels on fire style.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. And I want to make some shirts. Look, I could have jumped on that whole everybody making candles, putting their own labels on it, and doing. I ain't doing all that. Doing all that. You'd be getting dog hair with it. Actually, I can't even say that because Nova doesn't really, other than what she's laying on, she don't shed. What did you do productive in your weekend? What'd you get done?
Who, me?
Did you do more? Did you do more training or anything since last we spoke?
Yeah, I'm doing
Jeez,
that. I'm learning how to be a yogi.
That's awesome as hell, though.
It's pretty fucking cool, man.
That's awesome as hell.
Pretty fucking cool. Like, I mean, I'm getting better at my practice too, of course, which
thank
is
you, Team Up Church.
very cool. So yeah, I'm just excited about, chilling out and taking care of myself.
It's important, honey. Super
important.
I
just don't want it to interfere with my YouTube habit.
Yeah, I hear that. I definitely hear that.
Seriously.
Right, the way that we're gonna do this. Okay, so I am and I don't normally do this. I'm gonna put because I want to be able to see these folders, but I also want you guys to be actually no. Actually, yeah, because no. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna put my file folders down here in this bottom window down here. Y'all have no idea how much my life is just getting easier. And organizing is a big part of doing all of the things that I like to.
Oh, yeah. Simplifying. That's a big part of my life right now.
Yeah, I was enjoying myself doodling today. Like, I got this really cool fucking tablet. Normally, these things cost like $300. And I found a deal for $120. It was a Cyber Monday deal that was half price. And I just was like, I can't pass it up, Merry Christmas to me. But it has been such a help in everything that I'm doing, because not only can I switch from it being like my drawing station, it's also an extra screen. Like I don't even need an extra TV at this point, and it works for me.
That's awesome.
Now I'm looking here and looking there. It's because I'm working with three setups, and I like it.
Oh, I'm jealous. When did it arrive?
Maybe 3 days ago. Last night for like an hour after I did my live, like I sat with it, I doodled for a minute, and then I just laid in bed and watched some YouTube. But yeah, today was the first day that I really got to fuck with it. I was like, oh, this is like, it's taken some, there's a learning curve. It's not, look, I'm used to like Procreate on an iPad. And going from an iPad to this, it's got a learning curve. Like as a left-handed person, you really have to correct your, it's not etiquette. What the hell is that? I don't know. It's honestly like drawing on paper. Like the screen feels like drawing on paper. It's pretty incredible. I like it. Anything that helps things be better, easier, productive. I like it.
Yeah. Well, you're so talented. I'm excited for you having all this new toys.
Dude, y'all have to hear this. This was the funniest shit I've heard.
Oh shit! I'm getting hyper all here. I just want to throw a bottle of mayonnaise, dude. Shit.
Bro, he literally says, I just want to throw a bottle of mayonnaise. I'm sorry, but that's funny. So it has nothing to do with Kylie, though. Actually, you know what I can do? I could put this up here. And do that. That way I know what I'm going through. That way I can look here and there and there. Yeah, if it has anything to do with like drama shit, like I prefer to not deal with it. If there are things in here that do have Megan on them, I'm sorry, I am going to listen to them just to see if it's something important that I need to keep. If anybody's offended, not my problem. I think this was a clip that I recorded.
Kylie Rodney.
Is this? Hold on. Is this Miss G saying no thank you? I think it is.
Kylie Rodney.
Nope, that ain't it. Why is this? I don't know what the hell that is. That isn't Miss G saying no thank you. I don't know what that is. All right. Well, I'm going to delete that, but I thought that did say no thank you. All right, what is this nonsense first? Oh, dude, this is what... Look, I don't care what people think about me. Placer County's always going live and stuff. And, dude, any chance that I can, I will go on Placer County's lives and start saying all the names of the people that died that are suspicious. And I don't give a fuck. I say all their names. I go in there and I type them, every single one out.
Good.
This one's Matthew Templeton. I got all kinds of names I threw in this one. I don't even care. Richard Hill. He's from Auburn. Lowell Gardner, Auburn. It's all Placer County. Dana Bass, Placer County. Ronnie Daniel Jr., Placer County. Calvin Kelly. That's another one that just don't make no sense. Michael Shane Youngers, Tiffany Thiel, Kylie Rodney, Jeanette Pantoya, and Juan Zavala, Trinity Backus, Dante De La Torre. Audit Placer County. And right as soon as I said that is when they ended their live. Ended the chat. They made the chat go away real quick. But I don't care. I will go and I will say their names. Their community should know about all of the blood that's on their hands. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
It's my opinion.
Absolutely. Like, what the hell's going on?
This is a Megan recording. I don't know if I want to do it yet. Fuck it. Let's see if it's important.
Take it over. I know. Let me look at it and see if I can.
I'm sorry, y'all. It's 20 minutes long. I just need to know if it has anything to do with Kylie, if I need to clip something out of it, if it needs to get moved, or if it just can be fucking deleted. If it has nothing to do with Kylie, I'm not keeping it.
I can accomplish it. Let me see. Oh, now I've got everybody's live, but this has been off for a week, so you guys are gonna have to. If I unmute this, it's gonna go crazy. Okay, giggles. Let me see. Okay, so it says.
Okay.
Jill, I only see one comment, so that's part of the problem.
Come on, please. I'm giving you for first
I'm here.
2 minutes. You don't start
And it
talking about something
says-
important.
She
For real,
doesn't say
'cause
important stuff
what?
too often.
First, you got to go sit in the audience and wait for the performer to like there's no other form of like entertainment, no nothing. Like all you hear is just fucking static. And then like she talks in circles, and then it takes 10-15 minutes to even get to what she's saying half the time, and then it ain't nothing important.
I've been
Right.
following
Not
and
really
doing what I
saying
can to
anything
help.
anyway.
I think that
I hope
Kylie's
this
case.
isn't the case.
And
What's that, honey?
Oh, she's not really saying anything important ever anyway.
Most of the time, yep.
Sadly.
And that's the thing, is it's sad because the 5% of important stuff that she has to say gets to the point where like that 95% of free circus, free dumpster fire, whatever, like I most of the time don't have time to listen to that 95% of bullshit for the 5% of something
Right.
that might
Right.
could be of
I
anything.
can't. I mean, I can't focus. I literally can't do it.
No, it makes my eyes start like being like slot machines or a cartoon or something, and like I feel like my brain is turning into Nickelodeon slime, and like by the end of it, I feel like all my brain cells have just turned to mush, and I didn't even get nothing out of it.
Right.
And you can't even ask for your money back for a free trip at the fucking circus, you know?
That's
It's just
exactly.
time wasted. Just time wasted.
That is a very accurate description.
Fuck, dude. It's Saturday. There's no filter in me today.
Well, and the saddest thing is that she does have information. I mean, we've always known that, and she straight up admits it.
And the thing of it is, okay, is sometimes people have to learn that not everything belongs on YouTube. So these people that think they're forcing Megan into a corner to admit something on YouTube on a public platform, in the end, are truly only causing hurt to a possibility of truth or justice for Kylie. Because all you are going to do is have her admit something on a public platform that now won't even be shit for court.
Right.
So sometimes it's better to just keep certain information going to the agents it needs to.
Absolutely.
Not everything is intended for YouTube. And when it comes to Megan, yes, I'll listen to her. I'll listen to stuff she put out there on her own. But when it comes to Kylie, I'll be damned if people are going to egg her and egg her and egg her into a corner to the point where she just snaps and tells it all and fucks up all of everybody's hard work. I'm sorry.
Right. No need to apologize.
It's not worth the risk to Kylie's case. And some people just need to understand that, and they don't. All they see it is me first, me first, me first, and it's not, or just do it to be spiteful, you know?
Right. I mean,
number one, Megan's mental health is important.
Absolutely.
It is important.
But yeah, also, everybody just wants the scoop. You know, they want to be the one to crack the case.
And that's the thing, is like, I'm not here for the drama aspect of it. I hate when people have to make me address drama, but I will if I have to, you know, if I have to. But normally I don't. I like the information. I like looking at this. If it's not going to help Kylie's case, why put it out there? Even if it's entertainment, like I'm not doing that on any missing, exploited, deceased child's name or person's name for that matter, you know?
Yeah.
No way. All right, Megan, you got 3.5 minutes to tell me something, girl. Actually, no, you got like a minute and 15 seconds.
Kylie's case, seeking justice. I don't care. I don't want you to feel this question. I don't want you to feel like that. So it says, Jill, I only see one comment, so that's part of the problem. On here.
All I can do is shake my head.
And it says,
come on, Megan!
I have been following and doing what I can.
I'm sorry. I don't know how anybody puts up with it.
I know.
Like, my patience is so thin with her.
Oh, girl, you put up with so much when you let her talk at you for 7 hours nonstop, driving all over Truckee, man. That you're like magic to be able to do that. You're a magician.
I could not sit with that for 7 hours ever again.
But you did it.
That last week or whatever the hell it was when she came up on here and thought like, I don't know what she thought. No, Megan, I have no respect for you, Megan. Like I don't.
Oh, when she came up a couple weeks ago, that was pretty wild.
Yeah, that was, and then like I could only tolerate that for so long. Once she got to the point of, I'm gonna take you to my parents. Megan, this is what we've been telling you. Stop doxing your family. Stop going to people's homes. Stop putting people on camera that don't even want to be there. Like they don't.
You totally busted her with those family members that she denied, and then she's like, "Oh wait, no, that's my dad's, my granddad's best friend. That's my godparent." You know, like, well, which is it? What in the world are you talking about? I mean, she just was like talking herself into a circle. She was painting herself into a corner. So then she was gonna try to get her parents to bail her out. Like
that is how you destroy brain cells.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was
she just makes me feel like I have Tourette's. She does.
Yeah.
You get MC Ultra, do you come out with more illnesses than when you went in?
Totally.
Ugh. Wrecked, dude. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to like the first 2 to 3 minutes of I ain't listening to this whole thing unless y'all want to. I really don't want to unless there's important information here. But honestly, I just kind of want to go through files. So I'm going to give her like 2 to 3 minutes to talk. And then I gotta hop off this free circus.
I think that Kylie's case, in Kylie's case, seeking justice, I don't care. I don't want you to feel this question. I don't want you to feel like this question. Hold on. This question I have is coming.
Somebody could do the best favor in the world for her is like design something that reads her chats for her. That would help.
I don't want you to feel like you to. I don't want you to feel like the question I have is coming at you, but I have a question. I have had a question looming over me since the beginning.
Oh, yeah, we can make this
when
faster.
I heard you on the phone talking in your backyard. I totally forgot at what point this took place because I think it was just after Kylie was found.
Megan,
I'm not positive. The sun was going down and it was becoming dark outside. You were speaking. You found something more piece to. You needed one more piece.
She's still reading. A minute later, she's still reading. Look, there's only 200 characters, Megan. I don't know how long I can do this, y'all. I'm trying.
This was just what I heard. You needed one more piece to this. What did you hear? And what did you hear? What you found out together, and that you will have the answers by tomorrow.
Can't fucking do it. I'm done. I give it mad props to all teachers out there in this world that are teaching children how to read.
It's a great skill. I'm very grateful to be able to read.
I cannot.
I grew up dyslexic before it was diagnosed as a thing, and you know, I was pretty functionally illiterate until I got to college.
All right, let's do it like this. All right. So Megan needs to go to Megan's folder and get the fuck out of my ear because I don't have time for this. This is why this is why I miss things that she says. I can't. I feel like it's bad for my own mental health.
Oh yeah.
It feels toxic.
It is. Absolutely.
Ugh. All right, we're going to move that there. I think all of this stuff here is when I was recording everything. Like, I was paying attention to all the funding in certain government areas. I was focused on like Sierra Tahoe investigations. It's all public documentation, like Docs and nobody. Like it literally, you can go to these websites, type it in, it tells you where the business is. Like it's a business address. Sorry, it's your home too. That's why you shouldn't have a business in your home, but hey, whatever. But yeah, this was, I was checking to see like the funding for it, what money it was getting every year. By the way, California is in some deep problems right now. It's over $50 billion that they have to figure out how they're going to stop spending it.
Yeah, California's insane. I'm so glad I don't live there anymore.
Yeah, they got to fix that funding because ouch.
It's a lovely place to live, but it is out of balance.
I mean, honestly, they need to start looking at how much they're paying their own law enforcement that really is not doing their jobs. Like find the people that are doing their jobs, pay them better, and get rid of the people that ain't doing shit for shit but taking up fucking government funding. Sorry. Yep. Not saying defund the police. I'm just saying do better.
Oh yeah, there's so many bad cops. It's ridiculous.
Do fucking better, especially for these kids. Do better. Kenny's got something to say. What's he saying? Yeah, I feel like I lose brain cells listening to Megan. So yeah, this is pretty much all. I was checking like their funding analysis from the time of inception to like what awards they got, blah 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 blah. But I documented a bunch of things on this company because it's important. It's really important. That's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money for a private investigation firm, you know? And if you look into what they specialize in, Salagi. Yeah, I agree with that too, Lala. Got that MRAP for what? They've used it once. What was it? 450, how much was it? 1,000? For what? And that's what's crazy to me is all of this equipment that they have, and they're still felling so many people. Like you got all of these tools and then some.
Well, I think they're not failing anybody. They have their own agenda, you know. They're very successful with
but they're failing these victims. That's who they're felling. The ones that they blame. Oh, they did that to themselves. Nothing to see here.
No.
It's insane.
It is. It's 100% crazy.
Look, and I've been doing a lot of deep diving on all these big companies, corporations, whatever you want to call them, how they're tied together, what type of financial, like the profits that somebody, and no. Something's happening here. What it is isn't exactly clear.
Money laundering?
Looks like payments of some sort. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's like wash it clean. I don't know if it's bribery. I don't know if it's drug money. I see it though.
My response, my knee-jerk response would be yes, all of the above.
Yeah, funneling from one fund to another. And I'm starting to notice like, I think a lot of it's hidden in trust funds.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And real estate in them trust funds.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty sly.
Yep. And don't let these people fool you, because them trust funds, that's what got them set. But this company right here, I'm glad that their shit's all out there like that. It has to be because they're government grants, you know what I mean? You can't.
Oh, yeah, you can't mess around with that.
You don't even need a FOIA for this shit. It's right there for you. Just type it in. Go look it up.
Yeah, you mess around with government grants, you'll be shut down real quick.
Yeah, because I had somebody email me and explain a lot of these things to me, and I was just like, ah. And then, like, when you look into, like what they do, same with like Allotrope Partners and Hembrick and Co. and all that stuff. If you pay attention to the shit they're funding, it's odd. No, puppy. No, man, I'm not listening to Megan no more.
Did you catch that thing I was talking about the other day? I put the link in one of my descriptions. I'll send it to you. But it was an article about Daddy Hembrick getting banned from Wall Street for trying to not pay taxes on like $22 million.
Who? Hammy?
Hembrick, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Look, someone told me a while ago, and I kind of looked into it, but I didn't really deep dive into the whole. So the Hembricks have they do help people with startups. They're investors. Let's just put it that way.
Right.
Okay. Like, if you see the ties with the Hembricks and Silicon Valley and fucking Hawaii.
Uh-huh. Yeah, their money is behind everything. They're behind everything. It's crazy.
And that's the thing is, okay, like, people are like, why are you talking about Hembricks? Blah, 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 blah. Well, number one, I mean, if you look at the whole Hembrick-Pelosi tie, if you follow government, politics, anything like that, it'll all click for you, you know? If you don't, then you have to also understand, like, with Kylie's story is that it is known that Kylie and old Nate boy were doing whatever. The same with Sammy and old Nate boy. And everybody's like, it would just cost too much to cover up. And it's like, no, if you have power and pull, it'll cost you virtually nothing if you blackmail people.
Right.
Like,
oh, it happens all the time.
Or, oh, you remember you owe me a favor, you better call a friend to help me with this type of shit, you know? Like, people have to understand how people like that really, they work.
Right. And they don't even have to say it. They don't even have to articulate the blackmail. It's just known. It's unspoken.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And these are the things that, like, corruption has no place in our government system. And I understand some people are left wing, right wing, down the center, don't give a fuck, like, don't even vote. I get that. But when it's affecting our children, it's really a wake up fucking call for America. Especially when you know what they do get away with and what is no longer acceptable. We're supposed to be protecting our children, helping them grow, be positive for them. This whole drank themselves into a fucking lake, died on railroad tracks, found stuffed in woods and shit, and then we're gonna blame the victim stuff. I don't have time for that type of corruption. I mean, I do, because I will say everything that I can that's tied to it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. People can try to dig whatever they want, make up things about me. I don't care. At least I ain't doing this shit.
Some crazy.
And it really makes me wonder about Nick G. And, like, what investigation firm he worked for 3 years, you know, because in the state of California, I think Nevada's the same too. You have to work for, like, an investigation firm or some type of, like, attorney investigation firm in order for you to, like, even get licensed for it.
Right.
You know, you have to have proper training. And I would just love to know, like,
which is probably
where'd you go to school?
Which is why SF doesn't have a license.
Did someone just do you a favor and say, yeah, they worked here for 3 years. That way you could get your PI license? And I don't know. It's odd to me that a dude that does Moto X, that oftentimes does service calls for the Truckee, Reno area, whatever, Bay, whatever, wherever he goes. But that weekend specifically, he was in the Truckee Boca, which he says that he's been there numerous times. Here's the problem that I have with your story, Nick, okay? Is as an avid Moto Xer, truck enthusiast, all of the things that you said don't align with that. It doesn't.
Well, just the whole thing about how her battery wasn't dead, he didn't have to give her a jump.
Honey, that's another thing we were I'm glad you're bringing it up, because people have been talking about it in my comments. It's one thing that people bring up all the time, is that the battery call itself. If you have a battery, you go there, you checked it, you didn't need to charge it, it was good to go. As somebody that works on dirt bikes and lifts trucks and does all this stuff, you would know that because of the alternator, even if it's a jump start, you only have to leave your car run for a couple minutes just to get the alternator to charge, that charge, a charge back up.
Right. But that's what's so bizarre. Yeah.
Leave it run for a couple hours.
Yeah. Why did he say that?
Putting the seat belt in, or the belt in the seat belt thingy, the fact that he waited, okay? He waited after the fact of seeing her face on a flyer. He waited a week to contact anybody. And you know what he waited to do instead of going to what seems like, I don't know, law enforcement saying he didn't even work for that place, that there is no footage.
Right.
I'm truly concerned of why he was there and who, because listen, y'all, think about him saying about how he even got the call, right? And then when he was trying to, I guess, figure out where they were parked or whatever, he needed to contact them back, but the contact that he got was the dude's number because she ain't have her phone. It's like somebody trying to tell a story, y'all. It's like, I don't know. People were told what they were supposed to say. It feels very scripted.
Right. Well, and
it feels so very scripted.
It
feels so inorganic.
Sense. It doesn't make any sense. And
no, it really doesn't.
If he's watching these two people walking around the car all uncomfortable, the way he said, and he was so concerned that he pulled over and spoke to his girlfriend about it on the phone, then why didn't he do anything else with it?
Well, and that's the thing is, okay, did they put the abduction theory and Nick's theory? Because if you have to think about how he found AWP is very sus as well. Track them down.
Right.
You said track them down. Okay, that's weird. Number one. But the way that he was put into the story, and him, he wasn't even sure where the fuck the car was parked. You see what I'm saying? Them putting the abduction theory out there, and then him putting out there also that it's possible she's still alive. And then he says weird shit about perfumes in the center console.
Right.
I think if he's slipping, I feel like a lot of these people that live around here, a lot of these locals that are afraid to go up against whatever darkness is there, that they kind of in an artistic way or I mean, some of it's brain slippage, Freudian slips, you know, like.
Right.
It's like your body's natural response is to tell the truth. And when you lie and lie and lie and lie and lie, like you have word slippage where your brain is telling you this is right against what you're already scripted or lying about. Like little things slip out.
Right.
Just, I don't know. I'm curious if Nate and Sammy Smith didn't get a hold of their friend, tow truck guy. Just curious.
Well, and
Very
even
curious.
when he says like what day it was, he literally says, you know, it was Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. It was one of those.
Right?
After he just said he knows exactly what day it is because it was his girlfriend's dad's birthday. Then he all of a sudden he has no idea what day it was.
And
it was definitely one of those three. Yeah.
That's why it feels so inorganic. Miss G's in the house.
Hey, Miss G.
Hi, guys.
What's happening?
Not much, just chilling. So
go ahead.
The interview with Zav where Upchurch was on panel with Jared. You remember that? Okay, I want to take everybody back to that time because it was already Kylie had been found. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So in other words, I'm trying to put everybody in the mindset. This is in hindsight.
Because I think it's while we were waiting for autopsy. Go ahead.
Jared's on panel and he's trying to explain to everybody. He's saying, look, okay, my wife and I were talking about the situation. And she asked me, what do you mean she was found in the back, right? And so his wife gave him a different perspective that he was trying to show everybody else, which was like this. When you think, this is what he said, when you think about the two people that were moving around about the car, okay, there's more to that story. It makes you think there's more to that story.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is.
So now
there is.
In my mind,
that's why there's not no tow truck footage. That's why we didn't get a picture of a screenshot of a film. That's why we didn't get none of it.
In my mind, looking back now, he's kind of like almost saying he's hinting to the fact like that wasn't Kylie. So leaving it almost up to each one of us to come up with the solution. You know what I'm saying? Leaving it up to us to come up with whatever we come up with in our head.
If you keep putting 3 different narratives around it, because they know that web sleuths, that investigators, that people that look into stuff like this as a hobby are going to try to figure out like step by step, like a timeline, that because we're not getting none of it. We're not getting it.
So my point would be like, why wouldn't Jared just come out and say like, look, somebody was, you know, in my opinion, somebody was trying to pretend to be Kylie. You know, like he didn't state
I think the reason why they had Jared by the balls is because somebody dug up his dirty little past and held that over his head and made him be complacent. I mean, if you just take a look at Jared right now, okay? In this present moment, he is copyright striking Josh Cantu's Kylie Rodney content.
Holy shit.
I think he also had Zav take her footage of him down just as much as I'm starting to realize that's why 10 to Life started taking her shit down, because I'll bet you she got threats. Because after she did that interview with Jared is when all of her stuff went poof on Kylie Rodney.
Threats or just got paid?
The way these people work, I don't think they pay people. I think they find dirt on people or threaten to ruin people or
intimidation. More like intimidation and coercion.
Yeah, that's what it is. This is what it is.
It's kind of like a gaslighting covert way of doing it, though. It's kind of like you know, it's underlining, so it's not really detectable, but unless you know about the dynamics on how it happens. But I get what you're saying.
Because
but
if
a lot of the creators went through that. You know, a lot of us.
Yes,
a lot of
I've
them
been there.
aren't even talking
I've been
about
there.
Exactly, I
Look,
remember all that.
I had somebody tell me one time, and it wasn't like a troll. It was. I don't want to go too far into it.
Right.
But somebody I'll put it in nice words, had pretty much said to me, what is it going to take for you to shut the fuck up? And this was a long, long time ago. This is well before all this fucking with the cable lines and weird men standing out at my tree lines, all that weird shit, people following me in black dark vehicles, before all that. Okay. I don't think, and then I noticed like all these smear campaigns that come out on people, and it's odd to me if you watch the behavior as a whole. How these people play, and it's dirty. It's dirty. It's very dirty. If they don't have to pay you, they won't.
Maybe Megan might be behind some of it, because I thought that sometimes.
Sometimes, you know? I don't doubt it, but I have no proof of that.
Totally.
You know, I have no proof of it. However,
while she's friends with you and everything, but you know, while she's friends with you the whole 9 yards, the whole time playing games in the background, because that's how she is.
It's weird. It's weird. It's dirt. It's dirty games. It is. It's dirty, toxic games. Yeah. Ninja knows what's up. You know, Lala knows personally. Salagi knows. Like we know how these people are, and it's just really odd to me that you have Nick Tow Truck guy, okay, that has gotten so much out of his part in whatever he did for Kylie Rodney. You have Jared that was trying to speak out and tell the truth for Kylie, and then all of his charges appear. It breaks apart all of AWP. He's then I mean, that's, what was that? Statutory rape and assault charges that he was facing?
What are the chances that Nevada County knew about Jared's charges prior to accepting
I bet you
them?
they sure that they stuck.
It almost kind of seems that way now.
Ironic with Wu and his statutory.
And if they can't intimidate you over the internet or over the phone or in person, they'll start to smear campaign you and start to threaten you and start to do things to make you to stop talking about relevant, important information.
Well, how come I don't talk about relevant things that make them want to invite me?
I mean, start talking about Nate. Go ahead.
All right, then I will.
You'll see how real quick your shit starts wonking out.
Oh no!
If your phone just starts shutting off, if it starts to get hot, gets real hot real quick, you'll know. Trust me, you'll know.
Some message came through to my phone today, like right after my live or during my live or something, and I wanted to bust up laughing. They sent me some kind of something. I know what it's going to be connected to. I'm just going to delete it.
Like a pop-up that ain't real?
I just laugh about shit like that. I think they send it through. I don't know how they send it. It just came up on the top of my phone. And
it's funny the lengths that people will go to try to either get in your system, shut your system down, shut you up,
you know, like a whole bunch of like
codes, you, make you want to get off YouTube. It's weird as hell.
It would be like a whole bunch of codes, like a bunch of letters and numbers and so on. And then at the very end, it would have like / then like a really flashy type of word that you know it's going to lead to like some kind of porno site or something shit, you know?
What I noticed they're doing now is they're pretty much blacklisting any channels that have the name Kylie Rodney in titles of their video. I'm seeing what's happening. I'm seeing it happen to every content creator that still talks about Kylie.
Why do you think I put out so many videos? How in the fuck are they going to shadow ban all my videos? I put out like too many of them.
Because every once in a while, I watch like one of my shorts slip through the algorithm.
Oh, I love you too, Leslie.
And gets like the views that they get, and then like I'll put a similar part 2 video that goes with it.
Yeah.
And it's like they already done caught it by the time I got to like the 3rd, 4th, 5th, you know what I mean? By that time, like it ain't
right.
Like,
Like
I see what they do.
A lot of my videos might be like sometimes repetitive, but what I do is I go in and I like take a couple seconds out of like the beginning or the end and then just give it a different title. Then it's not like going down as a double, you know what I mean? Like a replay or something.
Yeah. And it's crazy, Miss G, like once you start looking at it from the like crime network aspect of it, of why and what happened to Kylie, like it really all starts making a lot of sense.
It's like a grid, huh?
Because literally all it would take is somebody with status like Nate or somebody with status like Sammy, and that's why parents found honor in silence.
I mean, like the kind of example is like this. It's like kind of like what it literally would take, like I was saying in my live, is to overturn the autopsy report, right? It would take one special to come in and overturn
that's honey, and that's what I keep saying. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Don't stop pursuing it. You don't know how many people I've tried to reach out to, that I have other people reaching out to, like, I'm not going to go on to who, but the more people you try to reach out to that will investigate it, look at it through the scope of the eyes of a professional that is willing to progress forward, those are the people we need.
Well, that's the only angle that I can think of to go forward with this to get any results in the long run. But it's going to be a long haul and an up climb, you know, like an uphill climb.
Girl, keep focusing on medical examiners.
I want to be selective on who I choose, and I want to, let's say, I just got the chills for some reason, but let's say 5, right? Start with a network of a whole bunch from all over the country, and then like work it down by getting to know like a little bit of their profile and everything, you know, because this is going to take a special person that's going to put themselves out there to go against another medical professional.
You know what medical examiner you should reach out to, Miss G? It just dawned on me. I can't think of his name. Who is the black gentleman that was shot by the police in his grandma's backyard like 20 sometimes? This was like within the past year. He was literally killed by the cops.
I don't know, but you know how
that medical examiner that did his shit, you should reach out to him. Seriously, I would try.
The author of Body Bags, he does the Body Bags podcast.
Yeah.
He's always on Court TV or whatever. He's spoken up about it, right? But the thing is, even Draw Latina, she said it was inconsistent with that of drowning, but she didn't go to the exact, you know, like I want somebody that's going to be willing to put in there.
And that's the thing, is we have enough medical doctors that would back up a medical examiner, but that's the important thing, is to have a medical examiner with medical doctors.
I'm straight up not messing around.
I wouldn't.
But it takes somebody that would be willing to accept coming in and doing that. You know what I mean? Because they're going to be putting their whole livelihood and their whole reputation.
A DA, you need a medical examiner. Like it's going to take a lot of work, but it needs to happen.
And it sounds like I'm going to need my lawyers on the job too.
And the more people you get to know that know people, that's the type of networking we need to do. We need to take their negative networking, what they use their negative networking for, and take it in a positive light. Because there are good law enforcement agents out there. There are good politicians out there. There are good people out there.
So it's all about getting a expert opinion, right?
Yes.
An expert opinion from another medical examiner that would be willing to review the autopsy, have it down on paper, and then write maybe an affidavit on the fact, and then file that as a motion to get the records overturned and changed. Because I want it literally changed.
And that's the thing. Like, I think they purposely make sure most of these cases are cremations because, yeah, they can't exhume the body to refuel.
They made it to where Kylie's autopsy is literally null and void just by having blue ink on it alone.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna null and void their fucking damn autopsy altogether. Like wrecked.
And then all they have to do is look at the evidence in the autopsy that shows something ain't right here. Sounds like she was deceased well before she was drowned.
As soon as another professional comes in and says, look, obviously humans breathe air, and if a person's placed in the water and they don't breathe it, my husband was just telling me about this movie that he's seen. This dude was shot twice, right? My husband said, this guy was shot twice, and they put him in the water, and guess what? He had water in his lungs. What does that say to you? He got shot and he was put into the water, but he was still alive.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Okay. He was still alive.
He was still alive when he was put in the water, yeah.
Yeah, even though he got shot twice, that's not what killed him. What killed him was drowning. Because he was still alive, so he breathed in water.
He
and
survived the gunshot wounds and the,
Yep. So that's what it's going to require. It's going to require...
There was somebody else that recently covered that too, because I remember...
So, but after that's accomplished, however long that's going to take, because that could take years, right? Realistically. After that, then they're going to have no other option than to look at it like a
Why would we dig her up? Like, why do those people think that stuff? They're so weird. People are weird. What stuff? Dude. Go ahead.
But do you understand what I mean?
Megan and Judy just said they're glad Kylie was cremated because they think we would dig her up. No, law enforcement, like a medical examiner would exhume her.
I know.
Wow,
I purposely didn't record them saying that because I didn't want to give them credit for it. Certain things I just don't do, and that was one of them that I decided to pass.
That's so sad that you like.
Yeah, I heard it. And
it makes you wonder what side they're on, why they're pushing the agendas they are. Like, it makes you, and that's what makes me look at certain people sideways. Is like, given the facts and the things that you know, and that you know that it's foul play, that it's not an accident. Like,
look, they're all going to have to know. They say. They're all going to have to know that once a professional comes in and speaks against what's been put on the autopsy report, then they won't have a choice. The FBI will have to come in. It'll fucking open up a can of worms. Okay? They won't have a choice. They'll have to come in, do a whole investigation again, right? And they'll have to call it a homicide until they figure it out.
Well, at least as investigating as a criminal case is what it would be.
I mean, it would be overturned.
And the thing of it is they would have to get like the tow truck footage, like all of the footage that's actually important to this case that got swept under the rug. That's the stuff that they're going to need to get.
Okay, according to the autopsy,
I would never put stuff like that on YouTube.
Okay, medical examiner Reber put on Kylie's autopsy that the fluid in her sphenoid sciences, that they mentioned that, or in her audius medius, right? Audio medius, which is behind your ear. Anyways, they said in her autopsy that is due to water had worked itself in there due to decomposition. That's what their reasoning was. And I beg to differ with that, and I'm going to find a doctor that will say, Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, get a medical examiner that's willing to look at the autopsy and make their own assessment.
Man, it's definitely
the more professionals that we have, the more people that care, the higher chances of getting justice for Kylie. But trying to get somebody to crack and admit something on YouTube is only going to ruin what we've been doing for Kylie.
It's not. I've already said it before. It's not to us that she owes it to, right? But to her own self. To be genuine to yourself means doing the right thing.
But that's the thing is Megan is already genuine to herself because she's already admitted to herself what happened to Kylie. She's just not going to share it with us. And I hope she never does. I hope she either takes it to the proper authorities or when they come to interrogate her, that she tells it all. It doesn't belong to us or you or anybody else other than the right people, the people that can. YouTube isn't going to do anything other than fucking ruin it if we put it out
she's
there.
comical, and it's my hobby to
I
make.
can't do her.
To make comedy of her. Yeah,
I can only do her through you, and even then, like I have to take that with doses because she has nothing good to say for Kylie. She really doesn't.
Yeah, I can't listen to myself repeatedly either. I have to do myself in doses too.
Wait a minute.
What are we looking at?
I'm looking at a whole bunch of stuff that's linked to Sierra Tahoe investigations.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going through this stuff so that I could sort it out in their folder, and then I'm just going to continue. That's what I'm saying. That's what I saw too.
National Park Service. So is that like the Prosser area?
I don't know. National Parks. I'm going to assume. I'm going to play this through. Okay. So this is organization ownership and certifications, and it shows that Cindy Smith and Jim Smith are both the current owners of Sierra Tahoe Investigations. It is a Sacramento district office, which makes me think, because if you think about it, their ties to Harrisburg and their ties to Sacramento means they do federally funded.
No, it says non-federal government certifications. Look, non-federal.
But they're not certified. That's what doesn't make sense.
Okay, so what does this say after CEO right there, after capabilities narrative?
What?
CEO.
It says EEO, Equal Employment Opportunity Investigations Company.
Oh, so I bet I'd be willing to bet that from this company, they probably have other companies that are branched out. Remember how they share that PO box in Truckee?
Well, and the reason why they're not federally certified is so that they can get the funding, the grants, the whatever you want to call them, from the federal government. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't get them. Yep.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they probably wouldn't get them if they were a federally based company.
Where'd Jazz go? I didn't mean to drown her out.
Oh, she's still here. I'm here. I'm listening. I was actually I was trying not to interrupt because.
Cut in any time.
Okay, well, there's something I wanted to say and share with you guys that is like kind of switching tracks completely. But I don't think I've ever said this. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say it. Of course, that doesn't mean people haven't said it. And maybe we've all said it in so many words.
Oh, girl, get it. It's Saturday. This is no filters.
Right. I mean, we've all been gaslit so many times. It's hard to tell what's up and what's down. So when Lindsay said, we don't need to get these kids in trouble, it's not going to bring Kylie back, basically. There's no reason to bust anybody.
We don't want to get anybody else in trouble.
So
we don't want to bust anybody else. Yeah, that part.
Basically, she's admitting that there's people that have done things that they could be busted for, but she's choosing to turn a blind eye.
It was a confession like this. It was a confession that sounds like this, okay? I know you guys all went out together, okay? And there was an accident, okay? And she was under the impression that they all had too much to drink or whatever happened, and Kylie was the one literally behind the wheel. In my opinion, Lindsay is under the impression that Kylie, I don't know if she is still anymore, right? But she was giving out the impression then, even way back then, as you're saying, of having knowledge, okay? You have to go and read underneath her words, as you're saying. You're very right about that, by the way.
You know, what I read under her words is that she knows somebody killed her daughter, but
exactly, it's type of like a confession. She was kind of like making it obvious without blaming exactly
anybody.
That's
what I'm saying. Like, if you notice the pattern with the people that love and care for Kylie, the images they've put out there, the word slippage that they've had, the specific lines that they've put in there, so that people are like, what? Huh? You know?
But who's come out there and proven that they care about Kylie? I mean,
they're scared. Look, how do I even say it? If people like this, with this type of status, can get rid of people from as high up as Epstein to people with political status, down to people that they think are nothings, that only get called by, you know, the Neiman girl. Families that are just trying to, I guess, you know, live the American dream, the American life.
Like, I wonder, I'm just like, sometimes I wonder what could they do to me that would make me back off, or how could I get on their radar, is what I'm saying. Like, I want them to see if they can actually move me. You know what I mean? Like I want to be like I want to stand out to them somehow. Like, do I have to start really literally talking about
pretty
Nate
much,
Hembrick, or
you have
the Pelosi's? Because as far as the Pelosi's and the government and Bill Clinton and freaking all the presidents that are involved in all the bullshit in this country, I've already studied that years ago, and I've already known that for years. And I've already put all that out there.
You want me to be honest? Stay
Yes.
focused on the facts. Stay focused on the information that can be proved in the court of law, and stay the fuck away from Megyn Cole. Honestly, she is the distraction that makes your own channel, by listening to her, by playing her, by kind of making little jabs at her. I hate to say it, but for my own channel, it makes you look unprofessional. It makes you look like you're bringing free tickets to your channel.
No,
See what
I'm not
like,
a professional at this. I never intended to be. And
I'm not saying that you have to be professional, but what I'm saying is just take a more professional approach at it. I'm not saying don't swear, because I'm sure they don't give a fuck as long as
no, it's not a. I know exactly what you're saying, but like, since
like I want for your channel, Miss G, you know what I absolutely love about your channel is when you go and watch different shows that have pointed factual information out and then compare it to Kylie's autopsy or what happened to Kylie, and you put them together and talk about
that's educational. I understand.
And keep staying focused on the facts, the education, the point.
I know. I guess it's kind of like my intent is more like a passing through.
I think Megyn is purposely out there to derail us.
Yeah, my focus is more like
accident on purpose.
See, because to me it is personal, because
yeah. Oh, what happened?
Is she still there?
I don't know. Like, her screen just like did a weird thing, but she's still here.
Huh.
Miss G.
Well, she was wanting them to come after her. Now they are. No.
There you go. Stay on my panel long enough. You'll get it. Oh, fuck. And I honestly, I think that's what it is like, as long as your main purpose of presenting stuff is around Megyn, it's derailing you from focusing on, I can't say the prize, because there's no prize here. There's no bringing Kylie back. There's no bringing Trinity back. There's no bringing these kids back, these people back. There's none of that. I stay focused on justice. Is it going to bring justice? Is it going to bring truth to them? Is it going to do those things? No, then nope.
So I have another thing I want to say.
Yeah, babe, get it.
If I may. I think it was in one of your videos the last couple of days, where you just were focusing on
Hi, Laura.
the guy, the dude who's always got his hand over his mouth. That guy.
That's Nate.
I know. I don't like to say his name.
The Hamburglar.
Because I don't want the Hamburglers to come after me, which is why I call them the Hamburglers, because, you know, they can't come after me for that. You know,
sometimes it can be too much.
I'm just talking about that Ronald McDonald thing. But so yeah, I try to never say their names. That's why I call Jägermeister. That's why
I get it.
That's why I call Scammy.
In the beginning, I used to have nicknames for them, but I got to the point where I was just so sick of it.
Yeah.
That I mean, some people I don't use their names. I use,
But that Hamburglar kid, man, he doesn't look like the cat who ate the canary. He looks like the cat who massacred the canary. You know what I mean? He looks really guilty.
Something's going on there. And the weirdest thing for me with Nate and Kylie's case is like nobody's allowed to talk about Nate. Like it was taboo to even say his name.
Right. Like
it's also
like he's
even
invisible. He's invisible.
Yeah, and it's really odd that all of these. Do you realize how many Nates there are in Kylie's intermediate case?
At least
there's like
4.
8 of them.
Yeah,
there's like 8 of them. Okay,
I've heard that there were 8. There's only 4 that I know of.
And then when you look at so you have to look at Nate Kabakugan's charges, which started in June. Okay. You're telling me all of the sudden a girl goes missing, you have a dude named Nate, and you got to get a Nate's name taken out of there. So if to the news media you present that a Nate C, you only get to see his forehead, has been arrested, then nobody's going to ask who's Nate, the dude she was seeing.
Right.
Same with Sammy. Sammy deleted all of her Nate videos. That's kind of weird. Jagger's pretending like he ain't friends with them no more. All these people are pretending like, who the fuck's Nate Hembrick?
And the Hembricks and the Westfalls both had the wineries in Napa Valley.
Yeah,
which
yes,
one of
they
them
did.
had the winery down by the Mexican border?
Oh, by El Centro. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've been to Napa Valley a few times, and it's a pretty weird vibe with the wineries and the money. I mean, it's really far out
these
there.
People with the money, they all know each other.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They all either have worked with each other or know each other because it's fucking California.
And they do a lot of trafficking because that's who works in the grape fields.
Yeah.
They do a lot of trafficking.
Yeah,
like
I was
traffickers.
I was watching videos of how they traffic people from other countries into Mexico, then bring them from Mexico into California to work at their vineyards, to work at their weed trimming places. Like the way that they have these people living, like either out of where they're trimming at or wherever they're doing business at, you know what I mean? Like it was really odd to me to see like this woman that had just been trafficked from Mexico because she was smuggled across the border, but was from China, okay? And she had like a 30 or a 40, maybe a $50,000 car, and she'd only been there for like 10 fucking days.
Well, like Xana May bringing
She don't
people...
have a place to live. Like they're literally like sleeping in fields, sleeping in tents, sleeping in shacks, sleeping in the little facility that they're working like it blows my mind the amount of trafficking that's going on. And like nobody wants to look at the original individuals, all of the names that we know from the very beginning of when Kylie went missing and when Kylie was found, all of these names that like so many people are trying to get us to focus on people that have nothing to do with nothing. It's crazy to me.
But Xana May bragging about bringing
she's weird too.
Her family members from Ukraine to Mexico. Wasn't it Mexico to Canada and then the U.S.?
No. They came into Mexico and she brought Sonia and Tatiana from Mexico.
Yeah.
It's odd, right? It's odd.
Oh, yeah.
Very odd. All right. I'm going to move all of these to STIs folder. Those have been gone through. Y'all just forgive me if I play something that I shouldn't, that I quickly turn off, or where the hell is... I know it's here. Dude, I know I have a Sierra Tahoe. I could have sworn that I had an STI folder. What's going on here?
What, did it get deleted?
I don't even see it. It should be right here. H-I.
Maybe the Hamburglar got it.
Bro, this is dumb. Good thing that I have it double backed up. Fuck that, dude.
Bring
I
it.
back all my shit up. There's a reason why I do.
Hit me with your best shot.
Yeah, dude. Something's not right. Something's not cool, but it's okay. I'll drop all this in here. It's all right. I got myself backed up. Fucking assholes, dude. And I can tell when weird shit's happening, especially when I'm on StreamYard, because it's not like a graphics card lag. It's like somebody's taking over my computer type of lag. It's weird as hell, like a remote connection. That's why I have all my remote connections. I try to block all that shit. But they can still get in. What do you mean, Laura? Somebody finally complained to her. I don't even watch that. That's a shit show too.
What's that?
Army.
Oh God. Very hard to watch.
Yep. Yeah, and I think she's an accident on purpose too. Sorry. I really truly do. All right. Am I not supposed to be playing this? Okay, this is Placer County. Yeah, this is Placer County. This can get moved to it's here somewhere. It's like 911. After I get this one moved over, I want to watch a couple videos with y'all, because watching these iPhone videos, I tell you what, like it puts into perspective. There's a reason why they got rid of Kylie's phone. And it's really odd that we were left hanging, because I remember was it Daniel Rodney that made the statement that they're still, and this was after the autopsy had come out, that they were still looking for Kylie's phone. For an accident, that phone should have been on her person. That phone should have never had its location turned off, and that phone should have never died in the time frame that it did. It should survive that type of water, honestly. All right, here we go. Please.
It was an iPhone, right?
What's that?
Kylie's phone was an
iPhone 11, yes. Yep, and we're gonna focus on the iPhone 11 experiment, and then I want to show you guys the 12, because they do it in Tahoe. And what you guys have to understand is, even though the iPhone 12 is bigger and has more features to it, its water resistance rating, they're the same. They're still the same. So it really doesn't matter. But I just want to show you guys how they water test an iPhone 11 at 8 meters of depth. All right, let me move this to here. And then I'm going to minimize this and pop these up. All right. So I'm going to take pauses between this, because I don't know if CNET is... Yeah, and Drift, like, it's really weird how it took them 2 months of scouring through videos and stuff to find a video that might match a party that night. It's kind of weird. I waited 2 months for Megan to tell us the ball's going to drop, and then all of a sudden SF puts it out the next day. Crazy, right?
Oh, yeah, that was nuts.
Just like how Xaname pre-warned us that Ryan was going to be getting sued. Like, bitch, how'd you know? You shouldn't
right,
know that.
and if that
you shouldn't know that.
If that fire cam were authentic, they would have had that day one.
Exactly a half an hour later, Ninja. Say that again. I'm sorry, honey. Go ahead.
Oh, if the fire cam were authentic, they would have had it on day one. That would have been their first thing to go to. They would have been like, look. I was
just listening to some audio to where we were listening to a specialist talking about, and it's crazy that you say that, because yeah, I agree. Something ain't right. They're pretty much saying that they would have known almost immediately. Like, one, they would have known that there was a bonfire there, because one, they have fire vans that drive around to Parks and Recs to make sure that there's no fires going on. To check to see, like, when the spark goes off, they go and check it out to see if they have to call for fire to come put it out. They also have park rangers that work, and it's really weird that you have Kim from Boca that also, like, all of these people are retiring. All of these people are quitting their jobs or, I don't know, being rewarded for a job well done. But you have Kim from Boca that it just looks like she was getting threats is what it sounds like to me and why she quit. And then you have the park ranger from Prosser who says that there was no big party that night. So and all you have from the two campers that night is they said a trail of kids. They didn't say 300 to 400 cars pulled up in this bitch. You know, they just said a trail of cars came in at this specific time, and they all mass exodus at this time. And it was around the time that Kylie's phone location turned off. And a few minutes before it all went down. I think people did not want to take part in it, and they left. They said, hell, some of them flew out of country because they really didn't want no parts in it. That's my opinion.
Someone other than Kate?
Oh, yeah, there's numerous ones that did.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the search link for the camera was different from the link given to creators. And then after people started questioning it, how they took the Wayback button off of it, and then the only way that you could find it was image by image by image, that in those folders that are documented at a college, usually computers, because they're real smart, think about AI, they chronologically in a order folder things out. Like, computers don't hiccup like that. It's usually humans that will take an entire folder and move it to a whole entire folder to where it's like in between files. Like a human would do that. A computer's not going to make that error. Like if a camera is taking pictures in sequence, it's going to be on your memory card in a sequence. And it's really weird that when people started digging into that, all that shit was moving into different folders and being dated differently. And it's odd to me, y'all. For an accident, y'all sure did try to make a lot of information not be available, huh? Just like the phone. Make it not available. Just explain this to me. If Kylie was the person that texted her mom to ask for more time, if Kylie was the person that turned her location off on her phone at 12:03, if Kylie's car went into that water and her phone last pinged as much on land as it was in water, then why wasn't Kylie's phone on her person in that car where she was found in the fucking hatch of it? Where's Kylie's phone? You have no footage of a party. You have no fucking footage of anything legitimate. You don't have no tow truck footage. We got a picture of a still frame of a screen. What? I don't understand how people just accept it. Oh yeah, it's an accident. Move along. I don't know how people do it, but I can't.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And it's weird how it worked out that the Alder cameras turned just in the nick of time of the sun starting to rise and the clouds starting to clear off, the mist starting to fade off the fucking water. But they forgot to turn off the Donner cams or turn the Donner cams in the nick of time, because you see a lot of things happening on the Donner cam during the daytime. That's all I'm going to say. I would love to know who took Kylie's phone. Someone knows.
Well, and like someone was saying in the chat a minute ago, the iPhone the battery should keep going for 30 minutes after being submerged in water.
You're going to be shocked when you watch these. Like this first one kind of just gives you an idea of if Kylie was, let's say, 14 to 25 feet submerged in water, it really gives you an idea here of how long her phone should have kept pinging. Like, the reality of it. And then that's the thing is if her phone, we'll just say that it pinged right as she was going in water, like Why isn't her phone on her then? And then we were sidetracked with them finding a laptop. It's odd. It's an odd story for an accident.
Can I ask you a quick question before I hop down? Because
absolutely,
I'm going to turn into a pumpkin.
Absolutely.
Now, this is a serious question.
Okay.
Why do you call check it skid mark?
Okay, so I don't know. It just kind of happened. So I first started calling him Check It. And then, I know why. Because the way that he was touching that fucking laptop, and like contaminating it and wiping DNA off of it, like I could hear him touching that thing like Squidward. And that's why I always just say like his fucking. So he reminded me of Squidward, but I tried to keep his name, and just skid mark just came out. I don't know.
I love it. It's perfect.
Because he's a shithead. I don't know. It just happened. Sometimes things happen.
Yeah.
Like skid marks. They just happen, you know?
Well, he's part of the Megan camp, part of the SF camp. Like they all know.
Yeah, it's odd. It's odd. It's odd.
Yeah.
It's odd. All of these distractions, like all of these people that shouldn't have been there. Like, number one, when they extracted her car, there should have never been things thrown astrew all over the fucking bed of the water. Like some nurse doctor dude shouldn't be paddle boarding looking for this shit.
Well, and that was so crazy. I forget which content creator first pointed it out, and I'd love to give them credit. When they were, I think it was him that was videotaping with his cell phone the stuff on the bottom of maybe it was.
I have all those videos. I have
it would have been the AWP footage when they were down there before they pulled the car out. And the way that the way the things were arranged at the 90-degree angles, and the way that some of the chrome,
they were all turned out like they had cat's paws,
and they wiped some slime off the chrome. Like it was so obvious because it was like half of the window frame metal had gunk on it and the other half didn't. Like,
well, what it looks like to me, okay, before AWP got there, it's like somebody had a propeller in the back of their car. It was, I don't know, swimming down. Because if you look at the entrance of the window that's completely open, you see traffic of dirt. Like, I understand that if this was a lake or this was the ocean or it really had a lot of movement, that you're going to have debris moving into a vehicle. But what doesn't make any sense is you have what looks like somebody took a propeller and blew sand into this car to make it look like it was there for much longer than it was. Because if you look at the cracked open window, the same thing isn't going on. Like you don't see like a current of that would like blow dirt into the car. But you notice in the open window how there's like traffic, like somebody's been swimming in and out of the car. If we're going to blame it on the algae, which they did, and this is what I keep telling people, they did have algae blooms, but they weren't anything so terrible that would cause an extreme sediment buildup. That's why if you listen to what Doug is saying, like this car doesn't have buildup on it.
Right.
And he says it's because it's a new car, but it's just, if the car was in the water for 2 weeks, okay, and if we're going to buy this whole sediment in the window like it is, that sediment should be all over the car. It should be in all the little nooks of like the license plate. Like if this car went in and turned over and sunk, okay, and you're telling me in that window there's all that sediment in there. Well, if it turned and sunk, there should be sediment on like the trim, the framework, anything that's protruding and has like an indent in it. Like it's odd. But you have a license plate that's absolutely clear. You have the backup camera that has barely any buildup on it. But then like the one areas that where people would travel in and out of seems like awful heavy traffic going on there. Zanime, what were you doing there?
Well, I don't want to step off of the panel, but I need to, and I
know it's midnight. I get it.
I thank you for allowing me on, and
love you, girl. Thank you for being here.
I send you much love, and I will see you very soon. I'll stay in the
you're
chat.
You're going live Monday morning?
I hope so. I got a message that my computer is still waiting for parts.
Oh, come on.
I know. I was like, I'm gonna.
Damn, dude. Go pick it up, send it here, and tell them you'll have it fixed. Dude, my Geek Squad will have it back to you in 2 days. What the fuck is going on in your area?
This is crazy.
Does somebody not know what they're doing? Like, what is going on?
I don't know, but I'm ready just to walk in there and make them give me a brand new computer.
That's what I look. You've been waiting too damn long on a warranty, dude. That's crazy.
It's been a month. The thing is 5 months old.
Yeah, it shouldn't be doing that.
Paid in full. Like, got their stupid.
Then I would be going back and being like, you know what, this is nonsense. You still haven't even ordered my parts. Like, I needed my computer last month.
Yeah.
Give me a new one. You know what I mean? Exchange it for one. Give me my money back, and I'll go buy a new one. Something is what I would do.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that takes a lot of time too, and it's like, I'm busy.
Not really, because by the time you walk in there, you have your proof that you've purchased it. They have the warranty on it. All they have to do, just like GameStop does, is put it in the system as a defected item and exchange it for another one. It's not that hard.
Yeah, that's honestly what I thought they were going to do up front. Yeah,
should take 20 minutes.
I gotta be more demanding.
Yeah, no, anytime you buy anything on a warranty, like if they're not willing to fix it, like they should automatically tell you, well, do you just want a replacement?
Yep.
Waiting a month on parts, that's nonsense. I hope you get your laptop back on Monday, girl.
It's insane. Like they're acting like they're like having to like go to China to get them or something.
Something like that.
Yeah. They're probably on a boat.
Well, if you don't go live tomorrow, I will see you Monday. If you go live, then just text me and let me know.
Yeah.
Give me a heads up.
I'm shooting for Monday. I'm getting more competent, I guess, with my cell phone. It's just frustrating.
I couldn't do it, girl.
I know, because it's just like the tripod and all that crap. It's just so annoying.
That's a lot of work, girl.
To do
it from a phone.
I just want to break it all.
You said jet boats don't have props. It's my babe's dead. All
right. Well, I will see you in the chat. Honey. Thanks again, Shan. Keep it up.
Being here.
Keep hammering away.
We know it.
Oh yeah.
That's what we do. All right, babe. I'll talk to you later. Have a great night. Sleep well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.
All right, y'all. I don't know if anybody wants to come up on panel. You're more than welcome to. I'm just gonna watch these 2 iPhone videos that I want to get documented. That way I could take them out of this playlist and move them to Kylie's, because it's just important. This is from
the iPhone keeps on getting more water resistant as each year goes by, and this year Apple says that the new iPhone 11 and 11 Pro are even more water resistant than previous phones.
Okay, you hear that? They claim that it's water resistant up to 2 meters for 30 minutes. And they proved that they underestimated the iPhone. So I'm going to skip through this to where they actually go and do this, because we don't need to hear all this nonsense. She does like checks and all kinds of shit.
Who helped us out last year with this really awesome tool called the Trident, which is an underwater drone. Tell me what this drone can actually do.
So this is a tool built to allow people to see parts of the world no one has seen before. It basically sends video up to the surface and you can drive it around just like an aerial drone, but it can go to 100 meters depth. So you can see parts of the world that are totally undiscovered.
Well, the thing of it is like, how do you get a car to sink faster? How do you get a car to go where you need it to? Is you make sure you put one of the front windows down and then the opposing window in the back, put it down so that when the water comes into it, it'll help it flip over. You could also, to get it to fill up with water so that it sinks way faster, because you got to think, you don't want anybody seeing you put a fucking car in water. You don't want to get caught doing that. I don't care if it's in the middle of the night. I don't care if it's 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You want to do that shit as quick as possible. And if you look at the water line in the fucking picture, it's almost like the car got backed into the water and towed out and pulled, and it flipped over because the windows were down. I think that's why there's damage done to the car. Only one of two things could have happened to that car. It's possibly both happened. That the damages to the car are from that kids jumping on a vehicle. Because there's proof that people have said that there's video. There's videos out there, y'all, of kids blocking the Y intersection, chasing each other with baseball bats. Elsa confirms that there were people jumping on the roof of a car, of a vehicle. And then you got Kylie's car that her windows all busted in. The fucking roof of it's a little bit fucked up. And then you got that hood damage. I don't know. But someone in the quarter law can explain away why all that's happening.
And we wanted to make it so anyone could do that.
This is going to be incredible. Okay. So
yeah, that's the thing that bothers me so much about it, is there's no muck on the outside of the car. Like the natural, because there's no waves, there's no current, there's no serious flow that would cause a whole lot of sediment buildup, especially if the car is only in the water for like 3 or 4 days. Even a week, you're only going to get buildup on things like the wheel well, the side view mirror, like things that have smaller trim on them, less of an indent. Like it's going to take a while to build up, but it's weird how the whole outside of that car is just, there's no buildup. It's almost like someone took a propeller and went, and I don't know if they dove into the car and blew the dirt doing that. I don't know. But it just seems like there's a whole lot of traffic going through that open window.
Stuff above surface. Let's go down and do our first dive.
Let's do it.
Well, that's the thing, Laura, is Doug at first says that the window's broken. Then they go back and try to say that the window was in the door frame. But if you think about it, when the boys originally videotaped this and said that the window was broken out, it's kind of weird that people went to Prosser and found all kinds of window glass. Why is there, I mean, tempered glass, it can't be mistaken for anything else. I understand them kids probably flip fucking cars and do all kinds of crazy shit, and there's so many excuses for glass being at Prosser. It's just the inconsistencies in her story is what's super sad.
So for our first dive, we are going to test the claim. So the iPhone 11 is 2 meters for 30 minutes, whereas the 11...
Yeah, the 11 is something rated like IP68. I said 86. It's IP68. They're both like, the 11 and 12 are both 68.
Pro is 4 meters for 30 minutes. Now, seeing as we've already tested last
4
year's
meters,
10R,
30
which
minutes.
was the previous version of the 11...
Dude, the last time they tested it, they got it to freaking stay... Look, it stayed underwater at 5 meters for 12 hours.
11, it actually survived a lot deeper than we thought it would. So we're just going to cut straight to the chase, go right down to 4 meters to get us started and see how they both survive.
Is so laggy.
So before we start diving with the phones, I'm going to do a quick voice recording on both of them. So then when they come out of the water, I can play it back and see what the speaker sounds like.
Yeah.
Testing, 1, 2.
We don't care about your testing. I care about this. Okay, this is the first dive. Dive 1 is 4 meters. 30 minutes.
10.
30 minutes, no problem, okay? So then they go to do dive 2. They test it. Everything works. You're talking 4 meters. So then they go in. I think they tested at 5 and then 8. Or 4 and then 8. 2, 4, and then 8. Dive 2 is 8 meters. Okay. You have to understand this. They did this at Monterey Bay. That's where this is being done at, this test. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go through this one fairly quick.
Just past 30 minutes underwater.
Okay, there's your 30 minutes. iPhone 11, iPhone Pro. Speaker still works. Touch capacitive stuff still works. Like everything still works on it. Okay, so I'm going to skip through to dive 3.
I just can't believe they're still good. So let's start the timers on the phones.
This is a 12-meter test.
Dunk the trident. Good luck, phones.
Good luck, phones.
And what's crazy to me is just random people have ROV technologies that they can go look underwater. Like all of this stuff that they did to search for Kylie, and nobody saw a car on the 6th, 7th, 8th, or 9th. But then all of a sudden, after Zanime shows up there, after Tote Truck Guy, like, then all of a sudden, oh, AWP found a car. I don't know, man. Something ain't right.
Whoa. All right, they're in the water.
Okay, and then you got dive 3 is 12 meters. Still an iPhone 11 and 11 Pro. Skip through this a little bit.
I can't believe they actually made it. Both of them. It's incredible.
Okay. That's 12 fucking meters in the bottom of Monterey Bay. Okay. Survived it. Blah, 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 blah. Then I think she does. Oh, she dries them all off at the end. Like they leave them. Listen. She leaves these phones submerged in, I think it was 4 meters of water for 72 hours, and it still worked. I think that's what they say. Hold on. Let me see what she says right here. I don't want to quote her wrong. Hold on.
So it's been 72 hours since we dunked these phones in the drink, and since then...
72 hours later. 72 hours. And everything still works. The verdict is the iPhone 11 is solid. See, Laura, and that's the thing is like, when I look at the window, like it does look like there's glass, but then like other days I look at it and I don't see any glass in it. So it's hard to tell.
A tiny little bit of scratching on the screen, but the touchscreen itself still works. Seems to be responsive. The physical buttons are still working just...
I mean, is it possible that they broke the window to help it sink faster and flip? And the panic was that there was glass in the car, so they're not going to believe that she went to the rear. So they tried to blow the glass out of the car. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. What is really odd to me is the whole glass thing, the whole broken, not broken window. But my concern is when they videotape that car, it is setting upside down on a huge fucking rock. Huge rock. But the rock wasn't in the area of like the damages to the car. Which, I mean, cool, whatever. But what's weird is after they extracted the car, after the water levels completely went down, like, there was no rock. Unless someone put a tow hitch to it and pulled it and made that hole. I don't know. It's odd. It's really odd.
It's fine.
But yeah, she tests all this and it all works still. It works great. I think they did something extra at the end. Hold on.
But overall, pretty much everything is working as expected. Apple says that liquid damage is not covered under warranty, so don't try this at home. And of course, this isn't a scientific test. We were just having some fun to see.
Sounds scientific to me. I like this test. But yeah, don't go dunking your phones if it's the only one you have. Like Check It did. Okay, guys. Did you see that? Did you see it? And then it kept cutting out, which is kind of... All right, so this one I only watched a couple minutes of. I will keep pausing.
Apple says the iPhone 12 is water resistant, but is it secretly waterproof? We're going to find out.
Yep, we are.
Which means that they can go down to 6 meters underwater for...
So it's still rated IP68, 6 meters, 30 minutes. So let's check it out.
A contraption on the front here where we're able to put the phone in and hold it.
That's what I'm saying, Aaron. Like, and I'm glad a lot of people see what I see. Like, where the fuck did that ginormous rock go? Where? And it still worked 3 hours later. See, I don't know. I can't buy this fucking accident theory that there's nothing to back up this accident theory. Nothing. Not even the autopsy. Like, the autopsy don't even agree with itself.
Kind of a little bit away from the vehicle, so that way we can see the entire phone in the shot. So from the drone, we've got a tether that goes to the surface, which is the yellow cord coming out the back, and then that goes to a computer.
And y'all have to understand, okay, do you see what this guy, this little small business guy that just goes and does aquatic things with his little ROV, do you see the capabilities of the capabilities of the search and rescue, the wheels that their ROV has, the propellers that their ROV has, the fact that the ROV that was used to look for Kylie's car, there was 4 different screens they were able to pay attention to. Everything that they did with the search and rescue, 19,000 man hours, okay? And they said there was no car there. So how did it get there?
Then we've got an application that gives you the live video feed, telemetry information, and then you also using a gamepad controller in order to fly it around.
Bro, they're driving this thing just like it's a Titan. That's crazy. My shit is lagging really bad. I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this.
Time for the first dive, and we're testing the IP68 claim, which is 6 meters of water for 30 minutes.
Okay, y'all. Now keep in mind, this is Lake Tahoe.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy, Laura, is in the one video they do say it's broken and then they like retract the state. It's odd how many statements were retracted, isn't it?
Looks like this phone is so brand new, it's bringing up all of those prompts.
And it's also odd to me that that was the first statement they made, that it was broken. And then you have all these people that found glass there. Yep, that's what I think too. I think it was broken before the car went in to help it fill up and sink faster, and it flipped in the process of... I don't know, because if you think about if and I'm not a criminal. I try to get inside the mind of criminals. But if you think about it, if you're trying to sink a car as fast as possible so not many people are seeing it, the first thing you're going to do is either break the windows out, depending on what type of accident you want to make it look like, or you're going to roll the windows down so that it sinks way faster. But the best way to get a car to sink and flip over to make it look like an accident is you're going to open opposite windows to get the water to flow in and help, because you have to understand the buoyancy of the tires is going to help it fucking flip over. I think they wanted to make it seem like she fucking went flying down that road, she hit a bump, or that she just didn't know there was water there and drove right on in it. But even with her windows down, if she was in that driver's seat with or without a seatbelt on, there's a window right there. Nobody heard her screaming. She didn't honk her car horn. She didn't do any of these things. And the only person that you have, the only witness you have coming forward said, I saw a car get close to water. I didn't see it go in. It got close to the water, and then the lights were off. So something about that fire camera that something ain't right for it to come out for 2 months later, and then no news media said anything about, I don't know, the fire cams. News media didn't say nothing about tow truck Nick coming forward. It's kind of odd.
Show up when you first start using it.
Like the news media covered AWP, but they didn't cover the interview with tow truck guy. It's odd.
Like this, do not disturb while driving.
Yeah.
Prompt.
And that's another thing, Laura, and so many people that I chat with, like, we all agree that, like, the headlights are not going to go out as soon as the car submerges. It electronics in a vehicle do not work like that. Your computer in your car does not work like that. Your battery and all the wrapped wires and conduit, it doesn't work like that. Your headlights are going to stay on for a few minutes at least. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they're trying to. They really trying to sell people the accident story, and a lot of people believed it. Some people don't mind being lied to. Some people live in a fucking bubble of happiness that they're just a whole bunch of yes men. That the police say that's what it is. That's what it is. $20 minutes. This is crazy. 26, 30 minutes. This is awesome that they're doing this at Lake Tahoe.
After 30 minutes underwater, let's run through a series of tests to see if everything is working as expected.
We're going to skip this. I just want to see them keep putting this in the water. That's all I came for. Okay, so dive 2, they're doing 20 meters, which is 65 feet.
20 meters. Now this is more than 3 times the rated depth. Plus, the water is even colder down here. So this one is really pushing the limits.
So for testing purposes, that's another reason that we test here a lot, is because...
Yes, Fred, absolutely. Yes. When your body says it's time to go, like I listen to my body too. And I feel bad when I'm like, okay, I got to go. But like when my brain is like, you can't sit no more. Nope. It's time to lay down. Like it's important to listen to your body. Thank you for being here, Fred. Love you, dude. Have a great night. Yeah. That rock size. Yep.
It is fresh water. So if you do get water into a vehicle and flood your electronics, they're normally salvageable. Versus if you're in salt water, it's not salvageable.
And I think they knew that the phone could be salvaged, and that's why it wasn't on her person. Is they had to erase all the evidence of a crime to blame the victim. Dude, there's a sunken boat there. Oh, a sunken boat there. That's a yacht, a little speedboat, is it? Sunken speedboat? Dang.
After 30 minutes, the phone is still going strong.
And it just cracks me up. This water is cold as hell. It's a deeper lake. And like, you can visibly see that boat right there. You're not telling me that they had their ROVs and all this shit down under the water and didn't see. Like, if you didn't see a car, then somebody put the car in the water.
Just for the sakes of it, let's leave it a little bit longer. After all, this is really outside the realm of real-world testing.
I'm excited for it. See, I didn't get to see this whole part. Look, somebody went down there and little finger marked graffiti into the little sediments. What? Somebody really put a... Okay. 65 feet, well over a half hour. Look, they're even hitting rocks and shit. This is great. This is great. Fred, when you feel comfortable, honey, you are more than welcome to come up here. No, it wasn't a Jason mask. It was the what is that? Dia de la Muerte or whatever it is, Day of the Dead. That's what it was. It was one of those painted Day of the Dead masks.
All right, that is enough extreme testing for one day. Let's run through those tests again. The touchscreen is working as expected. And the volume rocker is as well.
Ah, damn, bro. See, I don't know. I don't buy this bullshit that they fed us. Shit's still working after 65 feet. Do they go any deeper? Bro, I wish they... Oh, they do. What's this? Hold up. Let's go right here.
It went down to 6 meters for 30 minutes as per the IP68 rating. And Lake Tahoe is so cold. The water temperature was around 11 degrees Celsius at the 6 meter mark. And once it met the claim, and it still worked perfectly fine as you saw, we took it to the extreme and put it down 3 times its rated depth. So it's no wonder this poor little guy isn't...
Where's Kylie's phone?
Feeling so good now. And of course, the water gets colder the deeper you go down. It was around 10 degrees Celsius when it was at that 20 meter
but Sammy
mark.
knows.
So all in all, if you put water on your iPhone or you dunk it by accident, it should be totally fine. Just don't take it to the extremes like we did. And of course,
did Apple pay for this test? No. It was this drone company that has been wanting to test phones, and then this woman that I guess wanted to see if, because CNET always does like tests on toys and all kinds of different stuff. But yeah, I don't think Apple paid for this by any means. I don't see any. Wait, most people don't know you can go to the carrier and get all the, and that's the thing, Laura, like, I don't, like, other than them wanting to cover this up, like, I just don't understand why any of the family would agree to not getting that information. Like, they really trusted law enforcement that it was really an accident. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Important to note is that water damage is not covered under warranty. So please be careful. And
lady, you said this in the last video. All right, I'm over that. Is there any other videos on here? Oh, and then I want to show you the trailer for this video. I don't know if it's going to strike me or not. It doesn't matter, because after this video, like, I'm going to hop off here. I can't sit here anymore. I can't do how I used to do. But I might come back tomorrow and go through some more files. I might continue to just do this randomly all this week while I'm organizing things, because I have to start organizing stuff. Okay. So this is documented. I want to save to Kylie's playlist, take it off of the tonight list. Same with this one. I'm going to move it to Kylie's playlist, take it off tonight, and then we'll watch this one. Call Duty, what? It was not deep enough to keep the headlights from shining. Exactly, like, that's, yeah. The headlight should have been obscured by the water once it was deep enough for the hood to pitch forward and down under the water. But it's not that deep though, Aaron. Like, that, like, it wasn't deep enough. I think people would have seen moving headlights underwater, is my point. Balls is nice of Texas. All right, we're going to go ahead and play this. This is called Homesick, Too Good to Leave. It's the official trailer. It's a skiing video that was recorded around the time Kylie went missing and was found deceased. And just the one name in it has me intrigued.
All eyes are
winter weather advisory for the following county. Greater Lake Tahoe area, California. Snow expected Thursday into early Friday. Total snow.
I can't wait to see this because I can't wait to see who the movie star is that they're not showing him in the trailer, but there's going to be him and friends in the actual movie. So I can't wait till this movie releases.
Accumulations of 4 to 12 inches, 12 to 24 inches.
Oh my god, dude. No.
Dropping shit on the ground. Yeah, just pieces of the trailer. We'll go back.
Inches at lake level and travel could be very.
I'm glad that they made a movie during the time and then when they got the great snow of 2022, 2023. I think it like 400 some inches of snow last year or something like that. Too good to leave. And for those that don't know, like in my free time, like when I'm kicking back and like watching movies and whatever, like I try to watch movies that are like based in Tahoe to get like the feel of the different type of environments that are there, kind of sort of. Oh, but it's really weird. I was watching some stuff last night about like rock climbing and pot farms and stuff like that. And it's really weird that the same rock that Kylie was climbing on is the same area that like a lot of these skiers ski at. It's where a lot of pot farmers go like rappelling, rock climbing. There was a point of
Down it.
So if you guys want to know why I played this for you, just take yourself to good old Google, because I found the best information on it. Just go to Google and type in homesick, too good to leave, and find the SF Gate. I think it is SF Gate that has an article on this, and just look at some of the names that are going to be featured in this film. Because I think, I don't know. I think these same corrupt people love skiing too. Just saying. And rock climbing and all those things. I think they all know each other. In other words. What makes for good soil? Hold on. Really? I didn't. Oh, I guess so, because of all the minerals in the granite. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, Laura, because when you buy like pre-done fertilizers, it always has the granite in it. Almost kind of looks like glitter that they add in soil. You are right. Dude, I have a bunch of pieces of granite that I could do shit with. Wait, is it Lionsgate? What? Lionsgate film? A Lionsgate film. Lionsgate is a good production company, but I don't think this is from Lionsgate. No. This here? No, it's not through Lionsgate. I don't think it's going to be a Lionsgate film. If it is, holy shit, then they got more ties than I ever thought. Taillights would show they do Shan. They all know each other. It's called mica. Yeah, mica powders. Because I have, my mica powders are all, yeah. I mean, granite's bad for you if you're going to eat it. You should always wear gloves and a respirator if you're really working with it heavily. Yeah, Lionsgate is it definitely is way more than a film company. Granite emits radon? You sure that's granite? Because I know here in Pennsylvania, that steel emits radon when heated, and that some form of our slate emits radon when it's heated. That's why there's so much radon in the state of Pennsylvania, especially southwest side, because of all the steel mills. But yeah, I didn't know that granite emits radon. I'm gonna have to look that up. Dude, I love mica. Mica is so pretty. But yeah, mica is a form of granite. It's more shell than anything. I love pyrite too. I have all kinds of rocks. I've collected rocks since I was little. I love collecting minerals. I have I guess I'm gonna say it was like my uncle and stuff like that, when they used to go on their digs in up in Nevada. My dad gave before he passed away, he gave me big chunks of ore. And like if you look at the ore, like I think one has a bunch of silver in it, one has a bunch of fucking gold in it, like, and then the other one just looks like it's like pyrite mixed with ore. Laura, I really need to venture out that way. I really need to go on adventures with you. I would absolutely love that. Is that how it gets its calcium, Laura? Is that how it gets its calcium? I'm gonna go ahead and minimize this out. I'm just gonna chat with y'all for a few more minutes and then I'm gonna head off of here. Yeah, radon's bad for you. Like, and that's the thing, is I think that's why people in Pennsylvania, especially in this area, specifically Southwest PA, I can't even say South, because like North PA is bad too. You have like Oil City, and there's a reason why they named it Oil City, because of all the fragging up there. But yeah, like the radon here, they're very aware of it. I think they said something like, even after they closed all of the steel mills and stuff like that, for how much radon is in the atmosphere, that is in like the air, contaminants in the water, blah, 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 that it's going to take something like 200 years, because that's like the half-life of it, like 200 years for the radon to even start breaking down in this area. And it makes me wonder why, like, so many people around here wind up with lung cancer. Yeah, I can't leave a cool rock behind either, Tasha. I'm right there with you, honey. I am right there with you. I am a rock collector. Like, my son always says to me, like, Mom, like, I collect like mosses, and I missed my moss, keep it under lights. I like ivy, but yeah, I love collecting rocks, random rocks from different places. Like, when I collect a rock, the memory always stays attached to it. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I could tell you every rock that I've ever picked, I have a story to go along with it. Yeah, dude, I two places that I would love to go, I guess you would call it oring or whatever, is Maine and Michigan. And I definitely would love to go back out west now that I'm older and I know what's in the grounds there. But I'm gonna stay away from that lithium and shit. Are they really, Kenny? Oh, lithium is just so... There's a lot of things that we really... I mean, we need it, but you have to do it in an area that is not congested with people that... I don't know. Like where they're mining the lithium in California, I understand why they're doing it there, because there's not much of a population. Hell, I was even the other day looking at maps, and I was looking at like Nellis Air Force Base, Area 51. And then if you go off to the north a tiny bit, like you'll see where they have like this weird civilization plantation place where they have like these little fracking slash testing, like where the old nuclear testing facility was. But you can see where they're actually mining the ground there as well. And oh no, well, hey, baby. Hey, she wants snuggles. Who's a baby? All right, get up here for a minute. Come on, get up here. Come on. You want me to move this? There. Hi. What's he doing? Who's Nova? Who's the baby? She's all up in my business. She's ready for snuggles. They put arsenic in lumber to keep... Yeah, they do. And it's crazy because that same arsenic-ridden, laden fucking lumber, they process tobacco and lumber in the same fucking places. And like, what's crazy to me, and people don't understand, like, the list of chemicals that are in cigarettes and the way that they just sweep the shop floors and throw it all back up on a belt, and it all mixes together and we're all getting poisoned, and then they purposely add chemicals to everything. Miners put sulfur on wood to keep it from rotting. That's crazy. And then what do? Do you clean it off before milling it out, or like do they sulfur the whole log, or do they sulfur it after the wood's been sized or whatever's the word is I'm looking, after it's been milled? Do they do the sulfur on it? I enjoy having random chats with y'all about interesting things. Who's a baby? Who's a baby? Oh, mama loves you. Oh, mama loves you. This is such a snuggle. My puppy is spoiled as hell. I love her so much. It's snuggle time, though. I'm going to snuggle with her, and then I'm going to work on some more doodling, I think, for a little bit. There's some doodles happening. No, the wood they use underground to share. Oh, okay. Oh, holy shit. Holy shit, Laura. Yeah, I definitely need to come out. I need to find a way to get my ass out there, and because I really want to do some travel videos in Truckee, Tahoe. I would love to come out there for like, I don't know, like a week or two this summer. Because I think I want to take a trip down to like where Carly Gouze went missing. I don't know. I want to document some things. Hi, babe. You go get down. Mom will come snuggle with you in a minute, okay? I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go. Okay? I'm going to get off here. I'm going to snuggle. Okay? Get down. We're going to snuggle in a minute. Get down. I love you so much. Get down. Get down. Get down. No, I know she wants to snuggle so bad. I think I might have to go, y'all. Yeah, like copper green is hazardous and is not legal to sell. Yeah. Yep. You're right. Yeah, we'll definitely have to go incognito. Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling if I showed up in that area, people, if they knew I was there, I think they'd call the police on me and try to have bogus charges filed on me or some shit. They seem fucking shady as hell. Some of them seem shady as hell. I can't say everybody in that area are, because it's not. There's some good people there. But them shady fucks, yeah, I could see them making up some fake ass charges on my ass. All right, y'all. I'm going to go hang out with my puppy, and then I'm going to doodle a little bit, and then I'm going to go lay in my bed until my brain shuts down. I love you all so very much. Thank you for being here. I wasn't planning on doing a super long live tonight, but I definitely just wanted to chill out, give you all a chance to chat, and actually take some time to pay attention to chat, to have conversations with y'all, go over a little bit of stuff. That way I can close tabs, organize stuff out. Like the process of organizing all of this shit, closing tabs, like y'all, I don't know how I'm keeping up with it all. It's a lot. I love you all so very much. I might do a short live tomorrow while I go through some more things. So if you guys are down for that, look for me tomorrow, probably about the same time, about anywhere between 9 and 10 o'clock. If not, I will do my normal scheduled Monday night. They can't catch us. I love you guys. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up. And I'll talk to you either tomorrow or Monday. Love you. Good night. Sleep well. Drink your water, exercise, do all them good things. Justice for Kai.